Man, that's risky as fuck, man. And Che is not gonna be happy that we disobeyed him.
What are you doing?
Release.
All right, so Power Book 4 Force Season 3, the finale. And there's a couple ideas I wanted to talk about. But first, before I even get started on today's video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Get on in here, because I think our girl Shanti, what y'all guys thinking? Y'all thinking that she probably might maybe catch a bullet? Because frankly, when she was introduced in the last season, and she was like Jenard's squeeze, because at the time when you had CBI, well, it was split because Diamond had his part of CBI and then Jenard had his part. And then when Jenard was on drugs and he was all fucked up at the time, that's when she was helping him, okay, you need to get off this shit, because she's seen something within Jenard, right? And the way she kept calling him baby and king and trying to help him or motivate him to being the one to take CBI and have CBI for himself. But the thing is with Shanti, she didn't come off to me as a person who wanted to take CBI for herself and have control. I mean, that option could probably still be on the table, because we don't frankly know if she really is invested into Jenard like that for him to really be in control of CBI, or is she just using Jenard so that way she can be in control. But I'm going with the latter of, I think she probably is trying to build up Jenard so that way he can have full control over CBI. But the way Shanti is playing this game, she's playing it really smart, because in the last season with the whole Claudia and Tommy debacle, where Tommy wanted revenge after with what she did to Liliana, so that's when we seen at the end where she gets stabbed up in prison, and we seen Shanti kind of betray Claudia, and that's when she was like, wait, I can't believe you betrayed me. And she was like, well, yeah, but that's because Shanti was playing a bigger game here, get close to Tommy but then just really use him. But then we seen in this new trailer and in the pictures that you see Tommy and Shanti together, so we would maybe assume this is probably another ploy of, I guess maybe they together, either maybe even trying to save Maria, or is this something completely different? Is this something completely different, and she's just only getting close to Tommy to eventually betray him? Because my idea is still standing forward on, I think after when this whole Tommy in Chicago thing finally wrap up, Tommy's gonna probably be back in New York City. Now he could go to California and they could probably do a whole Tommy in California, but it's maybe, but I feel like everything's just in New York City, because if they're going with this whole the legacy of power or whatever it might be called, power legacy or whatever, but everything is going to be in New York City. Everything is going to be in New York City, and I think they're just going to wrap up a couple of storylines that we haven't gotten, and the things that was talked about that we haven't seen is going to probably be in New York City, because there's no way they're going to probably do somewhere else. No, I think everything is going to be in New York City. Would I like it in California? Maybe, sure, but I think everything is just going to be in New York City. But I think after Tommy's bit, I'm thinking everything is still going to align with Diamond and Jenard. But I think going forward into the story, Shanti, I feel like Jenard probably could betray Shanti in a way, because I think Jenard probably might betray Shanti to probably save himself, because let's just say the things between Diamond and Jenard, because remember, Jenard wanted old Diamond back. That's the reason why he betrayed them in the first season, because he was like, this is the Diamond I don't really recognize, because Diamond did, I think, what was it, 20 years in prison? He did a long time in prison, and when he came out, he was like, this isn't the Diamond that I know. Who is this Diamond? And he said he betrayed him so that way he can get the old Diamond back. Then in the last season, where Diamond was drowning poor Jamal in the water, and that's when Jenard was like, okay, he seemed like he got the old Diamond back even more. And then I think when the father was having, I think, his health troubles in the hospital, and then until he passed away. Because remember, the father was like telling Diamond like, well, you should have protected Jenard, because it seemed like he was favoring Jenard, because Jenard did have like a promising career, because I think he was going to go to college and he was going to make something of his life. But when Diamond went to prison, Jenard had to step up for Diamond and take over CBI, or hold CBI down into eventually when Diamond gets out of prison. So now that everything seems like it's slowly back to normal between the two, and then with the whole they keeping the secret from Tommy that they're gonna have to kill D-Mac, so that way they can keep the coalition going forward. And I'm thinking that the relationship with Diamond that he has with Diamond could probably get a little bit better. Like Diamond could probably like not forget the betrayal that what Jenard was gonna do to him, but maybe they could probably maybe move past it and probably work together, right? And then after when Tommy leaves, because I could probably see Diamond and Jenard like working together. I can probably see that happening, and then maybe at some point Jenard could probably betray Shanti in a way, because the way that how Shanti was going along, like, no, you're gonna be in control of CBI, and saying like, well, we get rid of Tommy, and maybe we can get rid of Diamond as well, and then you be in control, right? And the way how like Jenard was like, yeah, that's good. That sounds like a good idea. It seemed like he wasn't fully on board with that, like, taking over CBI and taking it from Diamond. He don't care about Tommy, but it's Diamond, yeah, because that's his brother. So I can probably see it in a way where if Jenard's if he's trying to save his own ass, then he could probably betray Shanti over Diamond. Because I think in this season, I think we're gonna probably see like maybe Diamond and Jenard, I don't know, like maybe get much more closer with each other, right? And maybe mend some fences, because this whole deal is gonna be, okay, how are we gonna kill D-Mac? How are we gonna do this in a way where either Tommy doesn't know about it, or like what's gonna happen? Because if Tommy gets wind of, okay, D-Mac fucked up again, right? And he killed King Kilo's, I guess, nephew or cousin. He killed him, and they get wind of him, like, well, he has to go. And the only people that knows about what really happened is Diamond and Jenard. And Tommy's gonna try to figure a way of protecting D-Mac, but it's gonna come in between like Diamond and Jenard's plans of, okay, if he doesn't die, then the coalition dies, right? And then it's gonna cause drama, it's gonna cause a war. So that's why I said I think that with everything that's going on right now, Shanti's like the perfect out, because I think she's gonna try to like maybe influence Jenard even more to like maybe do certain things, play certain cards. But then I think in Jenard's mind, he's like, well, if me and Diamond is like slowly getting back to how we used to be, I don't think I would want to even kill Diamond or do anything. I think instead he probably would want to try to maybe build something with Diamond rather than going back to war with him, because the whole point of it in season 1 was he wanted the old Diamond back. Okay, now they have the coalition, now they have everything working together, and Jenard is back with Diamond. I don't think he would want to go back to that shit again and be like, well, I want to kill my brother now. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think if anything, it's gonna probably be Diamond and Jenard in control of like Chicago, and Shanti might be the person that might be out and might be dead. Because now another thing too is the whole like Mariah's thing, and how did the information get leaked to Miguel, and Miguel is also pissed about Tommy and Mariah and who leaked it. So I think Tommy's gonna probably figure that out as well. Like, okay, somebody leaked it, who did? And if he finds out that it was Jenard, then it could cause something, because again, Diamond did warn Tommy, like, stay away from Araya, and Tommy didn't listen, and now it's a problem, because it's like now you have Miguel and then D-Mac. So, and that's another problem and a headache that Diamond doesn't want to deal with, and I don't know. That's why I said I strongly believe it might be Diamond and Jenard. That's gonna probably be the ones in control, because my thing is it could be, if D-Mac doesn't die, then I probably is leaning on to probably like Tommy and D-Mac leaving Chicago, right? And then they go into like New York City, and they probably doing something with Tariq. That's what I think, because I feel like they're leaving out some details about like the whole Tommy and Tariq, because obviously that's gonna happen, right? That's gonna happen. But what about D-Mac? Like, if D-Mac doesn't survive and he actually does die, then it's like, all right, the D-Mac is like canceled out, because I know everybody in the power community did wanted to see like D-Mac and Tariq, because again, D-Mac is smart. He's smart, and I feel like D-Mac would be a third man. Like, you would have Tariq, Braden, and D-Mac. Like, he's like the third man. Sure, you're gonna have Tommy there, but I feel like D-Mac would be a perfect third man, even though he's reckless, but trained and tutored and with the proper guidance, D-Mac he could be something. He could be made out of something. But again, we don't quite know if he's actually gonna make it. If he gets killed off, he doesn't make it, and Tommy's kind of like left out in the wind, and he's calling for backup, having to show up to Chicago and help him out, deal with like the aftermath of what's gonna probably happen. But I guess the big question is, how everything is gonna play out, and will Jenard betray Shanti? Will he betray Shanti for Diamond, or does Shanti get killed off in another way, or does Tommy get a hold of her and he kills her? Like, he finds out, okay, you've only been getting close to me just to betray me at the end. I see what you're doing here. And is it either Jenard that betrays Shanti, or is it that Tommy is going to be the one that kills Shanti? So a lot of questions that needs to be answered in the final season of Power Book 4 Force, and what's going to probably happen to everybody's character except for Tommy, because we know that he's not dying at any time, so he's definitely going to happen to him. But D-Mac, questionable. Shanti, very questionable, right? Jenard and Diamond, and nah, I just don't see it. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about Shanti's character as a whole. First off, do you even like Shanti's character? Yeah, do you even care? Is she gonna probably die, or is she gonna probably be the lucky one and might not get killed off, and she might survive in a different way? But as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Catch you all in the next one.